Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Jaclyn Cosmetics Hot Tropic collection. If you do want to see a review and a demo, then please keep watching. As a huge favor, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment anything down below. I greatly appreciate it. I read all the comments and I will do my best to reply back. I purchased 3 out of the 4 shades of the Pout Hydrating Lip Oils, and I also picked up her cream bronzer. We're first going to start off with the cream bronzer. I do want to read a little bit about the cream bronzer on her website. It does say, "Get sun-kissed. Jaclyn Hill's sun-kissed cream bronzer wears like second skin and delivers a soft focus optical effect that smooths and refines into a cream to powder formula, while our special blend of powders provide buildable coverage for those long days by the pool." Each cream bronzer retails for $29 on Jaclyn's website. This collection is going to be available at Morphe at the end of the month, so if you guys are interested, you can shop in store. The shade range, in my opinion, I don't think it's enough shades for everyone. They have one deep shade, and then this is the second to last shade in Toasty, and then they have 3 other fair shades. I don't think the cream bronzer would work for me. I think the shade might be a little bit too light. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. It says Jaclyn Cosmetics cream bronzer. You get 15 grams of product or 0.11 ounces. At the top of the packaging, you do have the shade name. Again, the shade is in Toasty. On the side of the packaging, it tells you a description of the product. On the other side, there isn't really anything. And then on the back, you do have the list of ingredients. On the bottom of the packaging, you do have the barcode, and this is an 18-month shelf life. I expected this bronzer to be a little bit bigger. Here's what the inside looks like. It just seems a bit small. Online, it looked a little bit bigger. Here's what the actual product looks like. It says Jaclyn on it with some palm leaves. And then on the back, you do have the shade name. Again, this is in the shade Toasty. So let's see what this looks like. Here's what the shade in Toasty looks like. Let's swatch this. Here's Toasty. I'm going to take a little bit more of the cream bronzer. Yeah, this seems to be a little bit too light. Toasty is described as tan with warm golden undertones. I'm going to be applying the cream bronzer using a round brush. So we'll take a little bit. I'm using a stippling motion, that way it doesn't mess up with the foundation underneath. I'm going in with the same brush, taking a little bit of the product. It's there, but it's very soft, whereas on this side I don't have anything. I feel like the cream bronzer did kind of pick up my foundation. I'm going back in using my foundation brush, fixing the foundation a little bit. I'm going to try this again. I have a little bit more product on my blending brush. I'm just going to be going gently back and forth. Here's what it looks like up close. You can see the cream bronzer is there and it lifted up my foundation underneath. Just gonna be using my fingertip. I have a little bit of the cream bronzer on my fingertip, and I'll just place it on my cheekbone and I'll blend it in. Where is the cream bronzer? You can't even tell that I applied it on my skin. This side you can see it a little bit. But this side, I just use my finger, and you can't even tell it's there. Again, it is kind of lifting up the foundation underneath. First impressions, I'm not a huge fan of this cream bronzer. I do want to see what it looks like using a damp beauty blender. So I have a little bit of my foundation on here. So we'll see if it blends well together. I think that's way better using a damp sponge versus a brush. I'm gonna fix this side too. And then I'll apply some of the bronzer on my forehead. The cream bronzer looks way better using a damp beauty blender. I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit using my foundation brush. That way it doesn't look so harsh. I think the bronzer looks a little bit better. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'll keep you guys posted in the description box down below how it does perform throughout the week. Now let's move on to the Pout Drip Hydrating Lip Oils. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. It says Jaclyn Cosmetics, and then when you turn it over, on the bottom here it does say lip oil. You get 2.6 milliliters of product or 0.08 ounces, and then up at the very top you do have the shade name. This shade is called Crystal Drip, and then on the side here you have a little description about the product. And then on the other side, it just says Jaclyn Cosmetics. And then on the back you do have the list of ingredients, and then down at the bottom you do have the little barcode, and this does have an 18-month shelf life. Let's see what the shade in Crystal Drip looks like. I love the packaging, it's so simplistic. It says Jaclyn on it. The outfit on this looks huge. On the bottom you do have the shade name as well. So let's see what the shade in Crystal Drip looks like. Wow, look at this applicator. It is so huge. Crystal Drip is described as a clear shade. Wow, that is so shiny. I'm gonna remove my chapstick from my lips just using my makeup wipe. Let's see what this feels applied on the lips. It's extremely shiny on the lips. I'm gonna press my lips together. I can feel the product on my lips, which I don't like. There's a little bit of stickiness, like a little bit of goopiness. Do you guys see that? A little stringiness? It's definitely a thicker formula. It doesn't feel like a lip oil. Normally when I think of lip oils, I'm thinking of something lightweight, something juicy on the lips. This is something that I'm thinking about. This is from ColourPop. This is their Luxe Lip Oil. I do want to show you guys a comparison. The doe foot on the applicator is a little bit different. It's dual-ended. So I'll just show you guys on the back of my hand. I'm not sure if you guys can see this on camera, but the ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil is a little bit thinner, whereas the Jaclyn Cosmetics, the formula is a little bit thicker. I'm thinking because this is a thicker formula, that's why it's causing that goopiness. And I can feel the product on my lips. I don't really like that. Another thing I do want to mention is that I don't like how the applicator glided on my lips. The applicator has this little dip to it. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see. Do you see that little dip it has? It has a chunkier bottom. The applicator was a little bit weird at first. I like something like this that's dual-ended. It's a little bit smaller. I do really like this high shine finish. It's really pretty. The next shade is called Candy Drip. Candy Drip is described as a sheer fuchsia shade. Ooh, that's actually really beautiful. I love this sheer wash of color. I'm going to press my lips together just to see if we get any of that goopiness like we did with the clear shade. Did you guys see that this shade also has that gumminess, stringiness to it? That's not something that I like. I love how shiny this formula is. I just can't stand the texture. I don't like how I can feel the product on my lips. I'm glad I didn't pick up all 4 of them because the formula isn't really that great. Let's see what the last shade in Ruby Drip looks like. Ruby Drip is described as a sheer red. Again, really beautiful. You guys know I don't really like the shade in red on me. I like how sheer this shade is. But again, the formula, it just feels like a thick lip balm on my lips. It doesn't feel like a lip oil. I'm not a huge fan of this formula, and I don't like the doe foot applicator. It's a little bit difficult. I prefer something slim like the ColourPop applicator, something that's dual-ended like this. That way it's easier for me to get into the corners. Whereas this applicator, it's a little bit too chunky, and I'm not really able to get into the corners of my lips that great because the applicator is too wide. Overall, my final thoughts on the Pout Drip Hydrating Lip Oils is that I don't like the formula. It's too thick for me and it's very goopy as I press my lips together. And I can feel the formula. These lip oils are going to be a pass for me. The cream bronzer, I'm going to play with it a little bit more and I will update you guys in the description box down below. If you guys have tried any of Jaclyn's new summer collection, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.